All right. Here we go. We're here. 2023. Prosperous New Year to everybody. We glad that you've been here with us the whole time, but we're going to kick this thing off for this year and we want to try to get it moving. Get some information out there so it can help you out, whether you're a musician or spirituality or whatever it is. God gave us some different streams. So we want you to tell somebody that LifeCast Talk is on. I'm your host, Dr. Timothy Moore. We are becoming what we already are. I have guests here today. Got my friend. Guess we've been friends for I don't know how many years. Good while.
Yep.
Got Gary Hudgins, keyboardist, songwriter, producer. He plays with me here at Life Music Christian Fellowship in the music department. Say hello to everybody, Gary.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody out there? God bless everyone.
All right.
Great to be here with the Apostle Timothy Moore.
All right.
My man. Yes, sir.
Well, see, I want to talk about Gary. He's been in this music for a good while. We played together years ago in different groups. We played in MFD, and then he did the recording with Heaven Bound with us, and then he played with P-Funk, and he played with a lot of groups. He did a lot of writing. Tell us a little something about what's going on with you, man, back in the day, and to bring it up to now.
Okay, well, it started, man. You know, I'm a self-taught musician, so no professional lessons here. I taught myself in the auditorium in the back of the school. Anyway, so this guy kept listening to me play. His name was Van Curry. He's deceased now. Rest in peace. But he said, why don't you come on and listen to my group, man? We need a keyboard player. I'm like, man, I'm not ready to play in a band. I didn't think I was ready. Mm-hmm. Finally, I went down there and listened to the band. It sounded pretty good, except for the song they were playing it wrong. And I told them, I said, hey, that's not how that goes, man. They said, well, how does it go? I showed them on the piano. I said, it goes like this. Da, 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 da. They said, yeah, that's it. That's it. So I was the keyboard player. Not only the keyboard player, but the music director.
And you go to MD back in there.
Right out the gate. So it started there. I went from there to one of the hottest groups in Baltimore back in the 70s, the Grand Jury. We hit them hard. We did a lot of quality gigs, a lot of good music. You was in the what generation Grand Jury was you in?
That was,
I call it the Grand Jury version 2.0.
Okay, you was 2.0. I think I was in the 3.0. Because I came after you left. It was me and Kevin Oliver, Wendell, and
Jeff Bunn and all that.
Yeah. And then what's that? Butch. He played
Butch
bass,
Coleman,
and he was in one with us.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man. Keep talking.
But so I went from there. It was the Grand Jury that prepped me to go out onto the big stage with the Funkadelic P-Funk organization. Got a call from Atlanta, Georgia. It was one of my bass player friends, Rodney Skeet Curtis, called me and said, hey, Hodge, can you come down to Atlanta? I'm like, well, I don't know I can't get there, I said, man, it's already taken care of. So I got to Atlanta and met the group Funkadelic organization, and we listened to them rehearsing. I didn't even have to audition. Great. The thing about it, I just got involved with them, and I just never went back home.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I was,
you from Grand Jury to that.
Yeah, I liken it to if you're playing basketball at the neighborhood court behind the school. I went from that to the NBA.
Oh, man.
Now I'm in the NBA. So
it's funny. The same thing happened. We was in New York at RCA. Grand Jury was recording up there, and they had changed the name of the group to Listen. I didn't, and we played there. And when we came off the elevator, Boosie and Mudbone was coming out.
Wow.
And Boosie said, man, hey, what y'all doing? And I said, hey, man, we up here recording. And me and Kevin Oliver was there, and Mudbone said, come on, man, y'all go in the studio with me. I'm working on the Paulettes.
Oh, yeah.
So we went and did played on the Paulettes record. from grand jury.
Right? Yep. So you just never know what's going to happen in this business. I wasn't expecting anything to happen, but what I learned is you always have to be ready.
That's it. Be
ready. So I went down there to Atlanta. Didn't have to audition. I got in because some powerful people in the organization said he should be here. And that's all I had to do. And that started the Aqua Boogie tour, one of the biggest tours on the road at that time. We would sell out arenas, 25,000 people a night at Madison Square Gardens. Capitol Center, 2 nights in a row sold out.
That was the hot time with the venues. And well, man, even though they said you was supposed to be there, you could play. You earned it. You could play, man. You could execute the parts, man.
So the thing, I was prepared. That's the big thing with this business. You have to be prepared.
That's right.
Be prepared. I didn't know all of the songs I had to learn, but I call myself a fast learner, and I learned the whole set in the hotel room.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you used to execute that stuff. When was MFD before Grand Jury or after?
After.
Man, you was executing that stuff when we was together in MFD, man. We played on at Painter's Mill. We opened up for Parliament Funkadelic.
Yep.
And then we was rocking that night.
That's right. There was an opening act that couldn't make it, and we got the call through Mike Donston, who was friends with Mr. Cohan and all them who owned that facility, and they asked if we could come in a hurry.
We came in a hurry.
We came in and pow. Did we get a standing ovation?
Standing ovation. Yeah. No uniforms and nothing. We came in our jeans.
We was raw. It was raw, but it was fun. We did.
Yeah, that's right. Skeet and them was playing that night. Benny and them. Yeah. Matter of fact, Boosie was there that night.
Yeah, everybody. They heard us in a whole different element. Because MFD wasn't straight hardcore funk per se. We did a lot of R&B also.
Yeah. So, and then from there, then you start working on some stuff in the studio?
Yeah, my next venture after the P-Funk organization, I hooked up with this production company team here in Baltimore called the Basement Boys. And we did tracks for artists like Crystal Waters, La-da-dee, 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 which was almost like a million seller. It was nominated for a Grammy. And we went on to do 100% Pure Love with her. And we just started doing house music for me. Mm-hmm. I was thrust into the house music business. Didn't know anything about it, but like I said before, I'm a fast learner. I learned all the moves that you need to make hit records in that realm.
Absolutely.
And so we did well with that, man. With that situation, we were able to purchase homes and cars. It was a lot of money coming in at that time.
Amen.
Did really well.
Ain't nothing wrong with the money.
Yep. And even with that, Crystal Waters, she's still out there touring to this day off of the tracks that we did.
They still playing them songs.
Yeah, man.
On Sirius XM and all of that. Mm-hmm. And then we was able to do some great things. Didn't you play on tracks with us in Heaven Bound?
Yes, yeah.
We was with the guy. His son is the president of EMI. Larry Blackwell Jr. But that album, man, went all over the place. I remember we played down there. Used to be Hopkins Plaza down there. We played down there that night. I think they had Dennis Chambers, Skeet, everybody was down there, man. They had a crowd, man. I think they had about 103,000 people down there that night. They were hanging from the rafters.
They were, and doing the Heaven Bound project, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah. I had a chance to really stretch out my creativity with the Heaven Bound album project. I was allowed to just express myself.
I'm going to bring some of that stuff in here and play some of that stuff. A lot of people don't know nothing about it.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
I'm going to let them hear that stuff.
Really, really good harmonies, man. The harmonies were real tight. The music and the arrangements, the Timothy Moore arrangements. And we all put a hand in that.
Oh, yeah.
It turned out pretty good, though.
We had a Christmas thing at the church, and you got an arrangement of the Christmas song, and I sung that at the Christmas thing. I want to let people hear this arrangement here. Listen at this.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
This is Gary Hud's playing, and his arrangement of it. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So you can sing when you got something to sing with.
Yeah.
Utah Cow being sung by a choir of folks dressed up like Eskimo. And you can hear that girl Hudgins flavor back. Just listen at it. That'll make you snuggle up with your married couple.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to make some of y'all illegal out there, y'all. Check it out now.
Sipping on a glass of sparkling cider.
That sounds good, man. We'll listen to that some more.
And in doing those kind of tracks, I have a tendency to add a lot of detail in the tracks. And if sometimes it's too much, then you can always pull it out what you don't want. But when I'm doing projects for producers, I give them more than what they ask for, and they can always subtract.
Yeah, put it here wherever they want in different areas, and it works.
So I'm into details. I'll tell you, I think I got that from junior high school because one day, as a surprise, in the auditorium, we had an assembly, and come to find out, it was the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra came to perform for us when I was in junior high school. I was probably about 12 or 13 years old. And I was just completely blown away, man. Blown away with the details, man. And so I have a tendency to add that into my tracks.
Well, you know what? Quincy Jones, Earth, Wind & Fire, Maurice White, they always said that they always listened at orchestras.
Yeah.
And because the detail is what brings, that animates the song. A lot of people do a song, but the details animate it and bring it alive.
Yeah, it does. And even in the track that you just played, the Christmas track, if you was to listen to it carefully, you'll hear a chime.
Yep,
that's all it is.
And you hear, but I hear those Christmas sleigh bells back there.
Jingle bells.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to have those in a Christmas song.
Absolutely.
Try to add them in there somewhere.
Especially that sounds good, especially when you home listening at it real quiet or you got your headsets on. Yeah. Then you hear all those details.
Yep.
That's what some people don't understand about production. They think you can just today these guys think you can just pull out a laptop and go for it. No, it takes more than that. It's gotta be analytical. You gotta think about it because sometimes, like you said, little is more. Yeah, and then some areas, when you put it in, then you can lay back.
That's right. And that track, it took probably a couple of months to get it to the point that I wanted it to be when I said, well, okay, it's finished now.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. And also, and we did some other things and while we was away and some other tracks we're going to be doing. Matter of fact, that song right there, we're planning to put that on Priesthood Recording Company.
Okay.
We're going to put that Christmas album. My group, we had a Christmas album, but I'm going to build on that, some stuff that you do, and we're going to go and hook this stuff up for next year.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, indeed. So you playing at the church, you playing
at
our music department. Well, how long you been here before? You've been here for about a couple months now, ain't it?
I came here, I was talking to Michi. He said I came here in late March, early April.
Yeah.
So it's been 8 months, 9 months.
Oh man, time be moving.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty good. Wow, I didn't know how long I was going to be here, but I've been enjoying myself.
Yep. We plan to step it up this year, do some other things, and with Gary Cooper, Mo Daniels, yourself, my brother Matthew Moore Jr. He was on there too. They were small when they were sung on that on this track. I'm gonna let you need to hear this track. This is a track that's coming out on Gary Muckbone's book, but the CD is gonna be in his book. We call ourselves Unlimited Access.
Oh man, love that.
It's a new day. This will be good for New Year. Listen.
Feel good. Yeah. Open your eyes like a child with a new surprise. Another day, everything is cool. So be your best, don't you act a fool. Hey, it's a new day. Ain't gonna let nothing.
And you playing bass mode on that?
Yeah.
When y'all can rock out there while y'all jump up in your living room.
Yeah.
Don't let nothing stand in your way.
Over here from side to side. Sound like a train coming That could be the new Soul Train television.
There you go. That's the modern day Soul Train.
So hold your head up and keep the faith.
And you can't help but be funky when Gary My Bone Cooper.
Oh
on
yeah,
the track, man. He just brings that out, man. Brings
the
that
tracks,
out.
man. He's the voice really with besides Boo Silla. He's all those vocal tracks and songwriter. He wrote "Rather Be With You" several songs.
Oh man, yeah, those are.
Right, he got some songs that he's getting ready to release, and him and I worked on. It's gonna be real nice, man.
Yeah, I had a chance to do some concerts with Bootsy when he had taken a sabbatical, and he wanted to come back out on the road, and he's trying to put a band together. He just pulled some members for the P-Funk All-Stars to be his band, and I was one of the keyboard players, and we actually rehearsed at his house in Cincinnati.
Oh man. Yeah, was you and Razor there?
No, Razor wasn't there.
Razor wasn't there, that's why he put the group together.
He pulled in whoever was available.
Who was singing with that?
It's hard to remember. He had some other people who I didn't know who they were. They weren't really part of the All Stars. He just grabbed some people. You and you. Yeah.
Come on, let's get this thing done.
Yeah, and that's how we did that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let y'all hear how I get a little funky. Righteous funk.
Here we go.
You need to act right. Mama, been praying all night. You need to stop faking the rules.
That's that bass mode. That's Gary playing bass mode.
I got that from Bernie Worrell.
Oh yeah, Bernie, man.
Yeah. Between him and Junie Morrison, man, both of them, they schooled me in a lot of this.
Those guys right there, man. See, Bernie did a lot of tracks. We did some stuff. We had a gospel group. It was Benny, Greg Thomas, and Boyer, and Bernie Worrell, and Bunky.
Wow.
From Madhouse played bass on it. And it was rolling. Really, Junie was working on this song right here.
This one here.
And we had set up the tracks for us to go back and forth with the tracks, and he passed away.
Oh, yeah.
I used to tell him when he played on that song, Knee Deep, I said, he was cracking up. I said, man, what you was playing, Tear Sizer? He said, oh, I like that Tear Sizer.
We were in the studio at United Sound in Detroit, and George Clinton had played that track when it was just finished. He had just finished recording it. It was empty, no vocals, just the music instrumental. I'm like, we just jumped up out of our seats. We heard that.
Oh, it was matter of fact, when we did the parlays in New York, they finished it up in New York.
Okay.
And man, there was a party up inside the studio, man. They played that. I said, man, that's hot.
Yeah, man.
Journey was bad.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you had let me hear some stuff that he did, an album. He got Junie is nice.
What he would do when we were on tour, the first tour I was with them, the Aqua Boogie tour, Junie would come down to our room, me and Jeff Bunn, and let us hear a lot of tracks before they came into full production. Hey, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about that? Just let us put our ears on it.
Yeah.
Really good stuff, man.
Yeah. So y'all can hear some more of this song here. You can hear them sleigh bells.
Yeah. Back to the details.
Yep.
Playing the drums too.
Oh yeah. So you recorded this at your studio, right?
Yep. Taj Mahal Studios, Baltimore.
All right. That's what they call our churchmen when they look at it online. They say that church look like the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it does. It's really beautiful, man. It did a great job.
Right here. Sound like church bells in there, man.
Yeah.
The gets from 1 to 92. I want to say that to everybody out there. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, that sounds good. I played that all up and down in my car when we was practicing.
Oh yeah, very good. Glad you liked it, man. It's good stuff.
Well, what is it? What would you say to a keyboard player that's trying to get into it, to inspire him before we leave? What would you say to somebody that's trying to get into the production and keyboards? What would you say to him?
Well, I would say this, and this applies to not just to keyboards, but any instrument.
Mm-hmm.
What I learned is that the instrument has to call you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to call you. It's going to pull you in. So, for example, if you have to be made and forced to rehearse, come on and come. Don't get your lessons in. If that has to happen, then it's not really your calling. They had to pull me off of the keyboard when I was trying to teach myself how to play.
Yes,
at the school. I begged them to let me play. They always told me no. Can I play the piano tonight after school? And they said, no, little boy, you got to go. Every day I'd ask them, can I play? Can I play? Finally, one day the principal said, why don't y'all let that boy play? He's never going to stop asking you. And she was right. I was never going to stop. So I'm saying that to say the instrument has to pull you in. They got to make you stop practicing. They got to make you get off your instrument. That's how you know it's yours now. So the keyboard is not it's not an easy instrument to master. It takes a long time. A lot of people think they're going to get into this in next week or next month. They're going to be all this. It takes years and years to sound
execution,
like anything.
Right.
But if you stick with it, you'll become good. And that goes for any instrument, though.
Oh, that's great. You heard it. It's so good to have you here, brother.
I really appreciate the time. Thank you.
I want y'all to subscribe, tell somebody about it. Look like we might be able to get a part 2 and a part 1 out of this one.
Oh, yeah, there's more to tell.
Yeah. And we just thank God. And I want you to come back. I'm your host, Dr. Timothy Moore. Remember, we are becoming what we already are. The reason that keyboard or whatever the instrument that's pulling you towards you is because it's you before you was even got to this earth. And that's how God made it for you.
Absolutely.
So come on now.
Come on.
Here we go. LifeCast talk. Tell somebody about it. See you later. Got to go.
Bye-bye. See ya.